with practical, current, and relevant computer skills through training, international digital certification, conferences, and competitions. Now, this is to show you the worth of their portfolio. Readmanner, the Certiport solution provider for Nigeria, offers a portfolio of leading certification programs, including Microsoft Office Specialist, Microsoft Fundamentals, Adobe Certified Professional, Autodesk Certified User. Thank you so much. Please let's applaud them. App Development with Swift, Communication Skills for Business, Intuit Certification, Project Management Ready, Unity Certified User, the portfolio large, entrepreneurship and small business, information technology specialist, and IC3 digital literacy. Please join me in giving a lusty round of applause to Mrs. Edna Agusto as she takes the stage as our second keynote speaker for the day. Please let's keep the applause up till she gets here. Thank you so much, ma.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm really excited to be here because when they said she codes, I said she codes. Okay, I'm going to speak to programmers. Am I right? Are you all programmers? No. So I should reduce the tempo. I should not talk about tech, right? It's not about tech. I should just go down. Middle. Okay, because when I thought about the topic, I said we need to let women know that we all need to be in the tech space. I'm an accountant by training. And in the 80s, I'm an old woman. In fact, I told somebody I'm sure I'm the oldest person in this hall. Okay? I graduated in 1983. And I qualified as a chartered accountant in 1984. But then I was an accountant with a British company. And then they took me to London to learn computerized accounting. So I prepared my books in Nigeria. I would save the work on a floppy disk. And I would courier it to London. So then we were using, instead of Excel, we're using Lotus 123. We're using WordPerfect for our word processing. Then we had this wave of technology, and everybody was talking about CCNA, networking, and I was like, what is all this? Networking, as we all know, is computers talking to computers. And we had 80 banks then. Why are we training 100 million Nigerians to learn networking? It didn't make sense to me because I was able to use technology to do my work as an accountant. And I said, no, we need to change this narrative. Every individual must learn how to use technology to do their work. You must be able to use it. If you're a pharmacist, use technology. If you are a farmer, if you are a carpenter, you must learn how to use technology. Because we all know that technology, we're already in it. On my iPad, I have over God knows how many books. I read on the go. Everybody, every area of our lives challenged by technology. So why should anybody just believe technology for the pros, okay? We all can't be programmers. We all can't be the tech, but I want to be comfortable. Whatever profession I found myself, I want to use technology to achieve my objective. So with that in mind, I started running the Microsoft Office Specialist World Championship for Nigeria. And the Microsoft Office, who knows about Microsoft Office Specialist? How many programs in MOS? Who can answer that? What's MOS? Good. How many programs do you know? Word, Excel, PowerPoint. Very good. Word, Excel, PowerPoint. So I started running that for Nigerian schools. So I'm in the academics. I run competitions for Nigerian schools, and we have certified over 30,000 children. So, and then we for us, catch them young. we change your mindset at a very young age, that be comfortable with technology. And when people told me, they said, oh, I need to start talking about gender, and I said, gender, everybody needs to understand computer. I'm happy to say that when I looked at the numbers of this year's competition, well, over the years, we've had about 50-50. 50 boys, 50 girls. So we are very comfortable. If we look at our Nigeria's ranking at the World Championship, the children learn Word, Excel, PowerPoint in school, and then we take the best to America to compete against 150 countries. And we've come second in the world, we've come third, and they're all girls. So out of in our journey so far, I think we've had about 9 students in top 10 at the World Championship, and 4 of them are girls. So we are okay, gender-wise. Catch them young. They don't really understand all this fear of computer. And once you get that, you are okay. And for me, the World Championship stops at is 13 to 22, right? So what I then did was to start a competition for ages 8 to 13. So that from JSS 1, the child actually understands the importance of technology, and they can make a decision. I have children from the World Championship that one actually works with Microsoft in America today, because from a very young age, they understand. The Microsoft Word exam takes about 45 minutes, and the pass mark is 700. The best sound I heard in the Microsoft competition, national competition in Abuja, was from a child. The boy shouted, "Yeah!" And I said, "What is it?" He said, "I did it in 10 minutes. So we take the best out of this country, and they compete with the best in the world, and they do well. So how do we make you understand that technology is easy? It's not rocket science. It's just like any other subject. For me, if you're saying maths and English is compulsory, computer science should be compulsory for every child, so that from a very young age, they embrace it, and then they understand how it impacts their world. Okay? And what we are doing, because tech, I've been to many schools, I was telling them at the back, I attended a university, I went to a university in this country that had, before I start, how many university students are here? Because you are still in school, right? Yes. Okay, good. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. I went to university in this country, that was maybe 10 years ago, and the bank had built this building and put about 300 computers. They didn't even know who had the key to the hall. It's familiar, right? Okay, I have students coming to meet me. You buy computers for a school, and then the principal would lock the computers in one store. And when they come for stock taking, the computers should be complete. Nobody should touch it. We hear all sorts of things in school, so we are trying to correct that narrative. And now we have teachers, which is one that's my biggest pain point right now. Our teachers cannot use technology. So, and when I was thinking about gender, and I told myself, technology, we must really start to think about women. Because nobody is going to address the issues that face women. Are you with me? If you are not going to expect a man to understand the issue and to create the right program for you, you must embrace technology so that you create solutions to solve the woman's problem. And then we also go back to the schools. You find out that if you look at Nigeria, half of the women, we can say that there are more female teachers than male teachers. So if you then have a case where our teachers cannot use technology and they are women, it's a big problem. So I believe in working from the grassroots. How do we solve it? Like the World Championship, I don't take individual candidates. It's only schools that compete so that we can reach more people. Okay? So for us, we are working with this. I work with government, and we are working at trying to catch up with everybody to make sure that you acquire it right from your school level. So university students, it's been a big challenge talking to your schools. But this year, we have good news for you. The good news is that the World Championship, right? This is what governs the whole world. is for ages 13 to 22. And it's on Word, Excel, PowerPoint. So what we've then agreed to do is to run a competition, national competition for ages 23 to 28, including youth corpers. So that way, you'll be able to acquire the certification as a student. Do you understand? Because once you get out, it's very expensive. You can't afford it. It's only when the school comes with volume to say we have 1,000 students, 10,000 students that you'll be able to get a better deal, to get certification. Why am I talking about certification? Why are we stressing certification? What do we have today? People, how do we learn these basic programs? The truth of the matter is that Microsoft Office programs, they're on every computer in the office, every office. You are saying today I cannot get a job. I don't want Microsoft Office. You are a joker. Because every computer, you are going to create that document, you're going to use Word. Let me not say every, I'll say most. So let me not be too strict. You're going to create that PowerPoint, you're going to use it. You're going to create that data analyst, all those data analysts, you need your Excel as your foundation. Am I right? So Excel is important. So you need to learn it from the basics. People tell me they can't get jobs. And I'm like, okay, let's analyze your CV. When I analyze your CV, you're telling me certificate of participation. I attended, I participated. Somebody creates a curriculum for a program he did not create and gives you a certificate that you attended and you participated. Are you with me? There's no way I'm going to give a job with that. Microsoft has created a program, a software program. They have created a curriculum-based exam, like SAT and GMAT. And this is certification. You know why this is very important for all of us? Because now we're in the global space, right? I want to get a job in India. I want to get a job in Kenya. If you don't know something, your job space today is every English-speaking country. You are not restricted to Nigeria. And what gives you that opportunity? Father, you speak English. Are you with me? So you speak English, you have technology, and technology is globally recognized. It gives you a step, right, in the space. You are able to talk. You cannot present certificate of participation to somebody in Kenya. They don't know who taught you. But if the world has recognized an Autodesk exam or Unity exam, are you with me? You just present it to them, and you're able to discuss with them. So that's what we're driving. So we encourage everybody. You understand what I'm saying? You need your Microsoft certification because, number one, it is the foundation, is the bottom, is the... you can't start surgery from the top. I want to be a programmer, and then you don't have Excel. Am I right? Sorry. You can't be a data analyst without Excel. You must start from the bottom, okay? So we encourage everybody to learn it properly so that you don't find it difficult when you get up there. Okay? Another thing, because as I said before, I was at the back there, I heard talking about AI. AI has taken your job. It's not possible. You have with somebody that's going to laugh. She said, AI took somebody's job. She's a company secretary, taking minutes at a board meeting. And they said we don't need company secretaries anymore because AI can generate the minutes. As we were there, I took my phone and I said, AI, I'm a company secretary. They've taken my job. What do I do? It listed options and I gave it to her. I see what AI said you should do. Are you with me? So AI will not take your job. Do you understand what I'm saying? And one thing we found about AI is that AI is only going to bring out what is already in the cloud. Africa has limited content. Who is going to create it? The white man? So whatever profession you are into right now, whether you are a nutritionist, whatever you are, and you can use technology, you are the one going to create that content for Africa. Are you with me? So be comfortable with it. If you can switch your technology, it's fine. But if you don't want to switch, but you've learned nutrition or food science, yeah, you with me? Learn how to use technology to do your work. That is it. Just learn. If you're going to create that code, at least you must have content that you're going to bring. You're not going to create anything in the sky like that. Are you with me? So please learn your content. So I think with that, because I told them I will not stay too long. But with that, I think that's okay. And if you know you are a coder here, can you raise your hand? Because I've said I'll give a few codes. I said on my LinkedIn profile, I know people are waiting for me, that I'll give a free code. Who saw that post? Okay, you are a coder. Which program do you use? Sorry, not coder, sorry, program. Coder. You just, I'm an accountant. Don't. You see what they do to us? Yeah. JavaScript. You know something, 4 years ago, I actually started a coding competition in Nigeria. But nobody registered for it. For schools, because they're all teaching Scratch. Am I right? Yes. How is that going to help us now? Is it going to help us? It's not helping us. Okay, so I had to stop the competition. So we have Autodesk competition, we have Microsoft Office, we have cybersecurity competition, and the code is still hanging. How many people can use Dreamweaver here? Only one. Okay. Because I'm trying to give us some free certification. How many Java? JavaScript. I'm not a coder. I only say certifications, though. That's what I do for a living. So I'm going to give you free ones. I'm not going to sell to you. So what we do is that we give you an online. Many of you say you can't afford certification. But don't tell me that when your Weave one is up to here, and you are carrying an iPhone. Am I right? That's what I keep telling people. You can't say you can't afford. It's a matter of choice. Am I right? So, but we try to make it easy for Africa. We've broken down the price for Africa. So I want to give out Java certification. I'm going to give out JavaScript. I'm going to give out HTML. And I'm going to give out artificial intelligence as well. I don't know how we're going to do this. Sorry, Olamide. I don't know how you're going to do this. She's going to coordinate that and tell me how many she needs. And I'll give her. I think I'll give 10 each. 10 each. Okay. So do I have any questions? Oh, where's the moderator? Yeah, please. Yeah. If I try data analytics, I'm going to get into trouble. Okay, I'll add 10 data analytics. I'm waiting for you, please. Do you want them to ask questions or you are going to? Any questions for me, if you have any questions?
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Makinde Adetutu. So my question is regarding the certification. So how do we go about it? Because I understand that it's limited, 10. So I'm like, how do we go about it? What gives us the edge?
It's called fastest fingers, I believe. Talk to She Codes. They will sort it out.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
But, hello, but if you want to take part in the competition, okay, we have the competition. You can go to our website, readmanna.net. You'll see the details there. We have different competitions. So you can look at them and register for the competition. But if I just look at it, you can send a message to us. I'll follow up and look at it. But we deal mainly with universities. But if you have individuals, we'll look at it. Yes.
No, she raised her hand first.
Oh, sorry.
So she's the last person.
Good afternoon, Ma, and thank you so much for your session. My name is Dr. Sokatola, and I want to ask you particularly about reaching out to schools, especially junior secondary school girls. I currently work in that sector, and some of our challenges has been motivating the students themselves, because we encounter, there are times where even the principal, the vice principal, the teachers of the school are not encouraging the students. Sometimes they drag them away from the classes. And it has been very difficult for us to encourage the students to continue when those that are around them are not supporting them at all. So I would like you to shed more insights or give, let's say, tips on how to help these children to keep them motivated. Thank you.
This morning I organized a Zoom session on AI in education for teachers. I'm very passionate about teaching teachers, because if you don't teach those teachers, they're not going to impact the students. And we try as much as possible to make it very, very affordable. I'll give you an example. There's a Microsoft certification called the Microsoft Certified Educator, which teaches teachers how to integrate technology, with their teaching skills. And I asked the schools, I said, why are you not teaching this? Because it's talking about what they are already familiar with, how to teach. But how do I use technology? Talking about collaboration, team building, and all that. And they said it's too expensive. At that time, maybe about 5 years ago, it was going about 100,000 naira per teacher. So I said, okay, let's look at why it's so expensive. My own part is certification, but why is the bill so much? The model was wrong because it was a nomination basis. Nominate a teacher, and then you take them to a hotel, which you have to pay for the venue, you pay for computers, you pay for tea break, you pay for lunch. It has nothing to do with the training. So I looked at the schools. I said, do me a favor. Do you have an ICT lab? They said yes. I said, okay, I'm going to offer this training for 10,000 naira per teacher. We'll use your school, and I will not feed your teachers lunch or tea break. And on one condition, every teacher must be registered. Before I could say Jack Robinson, we've done over 10,000 teachers in the country. So we're going from school to school because it's affordable. You understand what I'm saying? And I have, you must take the teachers along. You don't have a choice. Because one student actually, I'm sure you are aware, a student actually challenged a teacher and said, I'm not copying the notes. I can speak English. This is cut and paste. Why should I be copying? Besides, you are using your handout from your secondary school that is no longer relevant. I speak English, I can do my research, and I can get current information. So when teachers know they are in trouble, right now, the biggest scare for us is that a child goes with the phone to the hall. You actually look at the wire question, you type it on your Meta, your phone. Can you imagine what we're dealing with? The children are going to just be answering the same question. You understand what I'm saying? And a teacher does not even understand what they're talking about. So it's a big problem that the government is looking at. We are looking into it. We must embrace technology. In fact, we have a state right now that is training 26,000 teachers on technology. You must train them. Let me tell you the truth of the matter is that student in that class is limited. If your teacher can't use it, what are you going to do? The only alternative, if your parents can use technology, that's the only alternative. And parents are too busy looking for money to pay your school fees. So we must train the teachers. It's a big, big, big challenge. It's a big. I know students that repeated, university students that repeated their sessions because they actually submitted topics that the lecturer did not know anything about, but was relevant. and was better than what the lecturer did. A student even told me in University of Port Harcourt, which is, I think you will all agree with this, she did her what's it called? A project. And she then, she wrote the manuscript. I went to the business center and gave it to the business center. And the business center typed it on WordPerfect, and which was on her own laptop anyway. Typed it and bound it, and it was lying around, and other students were coming, oh, I like that, that's my topic, please bind it for me. You know what I'm talking about. It happens, right? Who wrote that? But if the student had written everything on her laptop, right, and printed it out and just said, please bind it, it would have still been our own property. So it's a big problem. That's why for us, we must start from the schools, to make sure you get it right. So I thank you, Lord. I thank you for that message. Sorry, I don't know. Can she give a message? Excuse me, is she allowed, or that's it?
We're out of time.
You're out of time.
Sorry. You can try and see if we can have a conversation after, and you can
check.
ask
You've got my name right?
Yes.
There's a lady that connected with me on LinkedIn this morning. She's going to get free coding as well. So connect with me on LinkedIn and send a message. I would answer.
Please,
okay?
Can we give her a resounding round of applause? And can we say thank you, Mrs. Edna? Thank you so much, Ma. You gave us more than enough. Thank you so much. So move on quickly.